Hi, I'm Paul Battaglia, and this is section 4.6, Integration by Substitution. So in this section, we'll expose students to the anti-differentiation of a composite function. Speaking of composite functions, this is a great time for you to actually ask the students, where have we dealt with composite functions before? Now, what we're hoping they say is, when we did the chain rule for derivatives. And so that's where we want to begin, with identifying that composite pattern. And I think we do a great job in the text of actually running through a couple examples simply of pattern recognition. So it's not always about doing, but it's more about seeing. And from these examples, we actually move students into a nice little exploration. For you, the teacher, this is a great way for you to assess in the middle of the lesson, well, where are they in this pattern recognition? Is this coming easy to them? Who's struggling a little bit? Where do we have to actually fill in some of the gaps? Now, as the students progress through this, they'll find a new skill, a new technique called change of variable. It's at this moment that I have a lot of students who say to me, do we need to really know this technique, or will you be testing us on this? Will this be on the AP exam? And to be quite honest, I rarely, if ever, answer that question, and I would encourage you to do the same, because that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to teach them things so that they can do well on an exam. We're trying to add another tool into their toolbox so that they can understand a little bit more about techniques and skills we need from a variety of angles in terms of integrating functions. So that's the way I would handle that. So as students become a little bit more exposed to this change of variable notion, allow them some time to practice. Give them some more examples. Look for students who are struggling to see that pattern as well, and try again to fill in those gaps. So finally, in the spirit of pattern recognition, we'll ask students to look at even and odd functions and the integration of these functions. And if students can see that there are certain graphical ideas and principles at play here, might actually allow them to integrate a little faster, or at least pick up on some of the definite integral properties that they could apply. So as you wrap up section 4.6, I think the key term here is practice, practice, practice. Not just in recognizing the pattern, but in improving on the skill as well. I hope your students find much success in section 4.6.